Hello everybody, welcome to our live studio show here on MXGPTV.com and our Facebook page, of course, where we are round 16 of the FIA Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Trentino, the fantastically located circuit of Pietramarata. No finer place than this to stage the last 3 rounds of the World Championship. On our studio show today, we have this guy right here, Ivo Monticelli. We also have Jeremy Van Horebeek coming in and Justin Amian. He is the team manager for Diga Procross Gas. But before we catch up with Mr. Monticelli, Lisa.
Morning.
The final stretch, and what better place than right here in the Dolomite Mountains.
I love it here. I love it here. But, you know, you think, you know, around November it would be a bit, you know, hit or miss with the weather. But we're just saying it's perfect at the moment, isn't it? Blue skies, sunshine, nice mountains. We can ask for anything more for the final rounds.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, look, let's crack on with our show then and meet our first guest. Ivo Monticelli, standing construct gas. Cool. Factory racing. He told us to speak slowly. Maybe just a little slow. 3 GPs, welcome home, by the way. 3 GPs, all here in Italy. Are you looking forward to racing the final races in front of the home crowd that's not here?
Yeah, it's always nice to ride in Italy, also for the condition of the track, because, you know, we're born in this condition, hard track, so it's a bit easier for me to take the feeling with the track, and I also know this track, so still 5 hours from my house, but I ride many years, so I'm looking forward to ride here, and I will do my best.
Last year, 5th and 6th in the races, 5th overall. Is it a track that you enjoy racing?
Yeah. You know, I think it's a special track because there is many close turn, so it's not so easy to pass. And last year I do really good starts, 2 good starts, and I was having good rhythm. So I was always stay with the top guy, and it was easier to finish there. So here is really important the start, and for sure I like this track, this condition, because it's so hard, and where I live, in my place, more south, is exactly like this, rock and this ground. So yeah, I think I feel good. I like the track. So yeah.
Whereabouts are you from? When you say south, which region?
Like close to Singoli, I live is Marche, the region.
Nice.
The reason.
Okay, well, looking at this year, it seems like it has been a pretty difficult season for you. I mean, it started bad in Matterley in England, and it never really got back on track, did it?
Yeah, like you say, it was really hard for me this season. I lost also some race, but yeah, I got injured in the first GP on England. Like I crashed, and like my shoulder go out, so I break the capsule. And I know I tried to ride again on Holland, but again after the second moto I had a big crash and I go out again. So we decided to operate, but still was a hard moment because there was a coronavirus, and I have to wait 2 months after Valkenswaard to get operate. Nothing. Then we did. So it was nice. We come back on racing on Latvia. I was pretty okay, not too much on the bike, but okay. And then Faenza, I started again a bad moment for me because I was so sick in my stomach, and so I lost 1 race because I was not having power for like 3 weeks. And then I twist my ankle, and I still not 100% because I have the ligament from the ankle not good, and you know, we have many races so close.
Sure.
And also to ride, every time I ride is coming liquid, and so it's hard to come back. I think I really need some rest, and so I'm looking forward also to finish this season, to come back 100% and give my best on the bike.
Well, you touched upon it briefly then, lockdown and the whole virus situation. It seems like a long time ago now, but how was it for you? And did it give you time to work on things, maybe recover before coming back to Latvia?
Yeah, for sure. I use this time, like I say, for comeback with the shoulder to get operated. I use this time to enjoy a little bit time with my family because I go back to Italy to get operated, but also to live there with my family, stay a little bit more, and smile a little bit more, because in Belgium, like you know, it's always dark and rain. There's not really big summer.
No.
And was in the summertime, so in Italy was good weather,
Nice.
and it was nice to stay with my family.
Sure. Well, look, we are getting close to time. Latvia, the first one, you had a big crash. The second one, you bounced back, whole shot, you led some laps. You ran up front as well. Was it good to be a part of that again, running in the front?
Yeah, pretty sure was one of the best race of this season, because I started to do all shot on that race, and I did 2 times in Latvia, so was pretty cool. And you know, ride with the top guy, it's more easy to take the rhythm. And I was long time in 4 position, so it was pretty nice. Yeah, like I say, it's more easy to start first, and I was enjoy. I need more race like this to come back fit, and like I want to be.
Were you still a little bit sore from the crash? Were you still hurting, but the pain disappeared a little when you're in the front like this?
Yeah, I mean, I had a big crash, but was not too hard. I mean, on the ground, I don't land so hard on the ground. I was feeling good, just a little bit blocked with my back and my neck. But yeah, after when you start first, all the adrenaline, you forgot all the pain, and you just want to give all you have and stay with the top guy.
Yeah.
Actually, Kegums was pretty good for you, wasn't it? I mean, in the 3rd round of Latvia, took another whole shot in that race 1, and also held that 4th position for quite some time. But just tell us what happened in the final few laps of that 3rd round.
Yeah, I lost many positions on the final few laps. I make some mistake. Like I say, I was not a long time on the bike. Was only 1 month back, after I think 3.5 months after Valkenswaard. So was my I would say endurance was not 100% fitness. So I was just losing some hour on the bike, and on that race on the end they passed me many guys. But you know, like I say, it was really nice to stay there, and I need some more race like this it's more easy to come back when you stay with the top guy, the rhythm, everything.
Well, what would you like to achieve then for the final 3 GPs here in Italy?
You know, now, like I say, I'm still not 100%. I always ride with some painkiller because for my ankle, everything. But now I'm used to have this problem. So I ride during this week 2 times here, close to here in Italy. And I was feeling good with my bike, everything, with the team. So I'm pretty sure I will be okay, good, and I will be better than the Lommel or other race because I come in stronger. You know, it's a long season, but I lose much time, so I think I can do good race and good results if I good start.
Well, you already have 3 foxhole shots.
Yeah.
You need 6 more now, don't you?
Yeah. And now I think it's impossible to beat Prado because he always start first, and like you know, I have already 15, so it's impossible. But I will do my best to start first.
All right. Well, look, Ivo Monticelli, thanks for joining us, and all the best for the final 3 races here in Italy. Ivo Monticelli. Our next guest, Jeremy Van Horebeek, is waiting to pop in and see us. So before we meet him, here's some highlights from Lommel 3, the MXGP of Lommel, just a week ago in Belgium. Yargo kits up the inside. Let's get who leads the way. Van der Moosdijk squeezes Vial, pushes him back into 3rd place. Oh, and Yargo Kits off again. Picks himself up. Have we lost Yargo Kits? We have again. And Vial easily past Gifting there, and he's now into 2nd. That will put him top. Ah, Gifting straight back past Vial. Watson is going to park him down the inside here. So Vial down to 5th now. Rowan van der Moosdijk, the F&H Kawasaki rider, finally wins a race in MX2. Gifting 2nd, Olsen 3rd as they hit the line. Fantastic ride for Gifting, he's pumped. Ben Watson, he wins the Grand Prix, and his brother there, the first to congratulate him, Nathan Watson. Congratulations all round for Van der Moosdijk, his first ever race win. Watson, his first ever Grand Prix victory.
Honestly, I have absolutely no words. Just thank you to everyone who's made this happen. Not the GP winner, I cannot believe it.
It's well deserved, Ben. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ben Watson takes his first ever Grand Prix victory here. Van der Moosdijk 2nd overall, Renault rounding out the top 3. Vial continues to lead the championship though, extended his lead by another point over Jago Kietz. Welcome back to our live studio show here, MXGPTV.com, and of course on our Facebook page as well, where myself and Lisa Leyland are now joined by Jeremy Van Horebeek, the Honda SR Moto Blues rider from the MXGP class. And the Jerry man will soon be looking after 2 little Jerry babies.
Yeah, cool.
How long before you and Glennie become parents?
Well, it can be every day, you know, with the twins. They can come early, and they said 18 November. But we have to see. I think it may be more early. So I'm not sure if I will be here all week. I'm waiting for some news on Tuesday.
Okay.
Race on Wednesday probably, and then see. You know, because I will only become one time a father, and I will not. I don't want to miss it. So
or 2 times in one go.
yeah. But I mean, 2 babies is enough. So I will not be a father after that
Right.
again. So.
So is Glennie here this weekend?
No, she's home.
Okay.
She's doing good, but I mean, it's heavy. The twins are not easy, and but she's doing great, and I'm proud of her. But that's not why we're here for, you know. We're here to do some racing.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I think you mentioned it just a moment ago. If things happen earlier next week, then you could just first plane home, I guess, or to take the camper.
Yeah,
and go.
I asked the guys to park me in a good spot to leave.
Okay.
We can go home with the camper. I mean, it's just a decision I will make next week to miss maybe one race or not this week. I mean, and you know, it's the last race maybe, and but it's something you don't want to miss because it's the first time, and it's something really special, and and the season is over, and like championship wise, it's not really important for me at the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see how things go and what the doctor will say on Tuesday.
So have you prepared everything at home, the nursery, the painting, all that sorted?
I'm almost ready.
A little bit of DIY with.
It's been a lot of work
I
because the house was not ready on the top floor, and since the first lockdown, we had a lot of work to do, and I'm almost done, and I'm proud. I did it with Papa, and it's looking amazing, and Glennie said it's looking good, so I'm happy.
The Jerry man's been busy.
Well, look, join us next week for another episode of Baby Talk with Paul, Lisa, and maybe Roman Febvre. Anyway, let's get back to racing. 8th overall last year, currently 9th now. Is that still a good season for you, would you say, or not really?
Well, I think it's a pretty good season from my side. It's to be a privateer, and then with the support we have is really tough with so many good riders. The level is so high, and I mean, what can I say? You always want more, but it's not easy, and it is what it is, and I'm happy what I'm doing. And we had some bad luck also, some little issues during the season, and. Yeah, and I probably want to keep it safe instead of get injuries. I'm getting maybe a little bit older than a few years, and thinking more about the risks, you know.
Sure. Obviously, 5th overall at Valkenswaard, the second GP of the year. You got a top 5 race here in Riga. You show you still can run up front. It's not the first time you've done it since then either, you know. So that must still sort of like leave you in a good place, you know, that you can still run this pace with these guys?
The thing is, you can finish like 9th in the race, but have the same speed as a 5th. So it's different like the other years, you know, and that's the strange thing. Sometimes you go home and I got 2 times 10, but you got the same speed like 2 times 5th. And like a few years back, you would run up 5th easy. But now the level is so high and so many guys because of the rule that has to go over, and we are like 15 guys that can run up front. And it's really not easy, and especially like as a private team, and you know, it's not easy because the start is really important. And you know, I've got a few good starts, but not much, and that makes it quite difficult.
Sure.
Well, we've just had 3 GPs in Belgium, and you did seem to be enjoying them. I mean, the first Lommel round, I think you were 5th, weren't you? Was it nice to be at home? Was it nice to have those 3 GPs with not having to take any flights, be at home in your own bed? I mean, did you enjoy that experience?
It was awesome, actually. To me, it was the most fun week of the COVID season. So, because you know, you go racing, and in the evening you go home and you sleep in your own bed. The morning you wake up and everything is fine. The track was not, I mean, not like on training or stuff. It was really sketchy with the rain we had, and
so just a lot softer.
Yes, on training is much harder, and here was much softer and. Like really square bumps, like you can see, it was not easy at all. And you know, I rode an awesome week in my point of view, and I had some bad luck the last one, but hey, it is what it is, and it means that I still can do it, even if I'm 30 years old. Doing what I do at the moment is still great, I think, from my side. And
only 30. You don't look a day over 29.
Almost 31, actually.
You don't look a day over 30.
No. It's been a long time I'm here now, so yeah. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it, and
I know what you mean though about being at home in Belgium, because for me, obviously, I live 15 minutes from there, and it was just nice to not jump on a plane, not lose 2 days travel going there and coming back. Own bed every night, you know, just that whole thing just made a difference after being on the road, Mantova, Spain, and
it was
you know,
a lot of traveling again this year, and especially with the COVID situation, it's never enjoyable, let's say.
Well, here we are then, the final 3 rounds, Trentino. What do you hope to achieve from these 3? What would you be happy with if you could ride all 3, obviously? You know, we don't know if you will yet.
Well, first of all, enjoy, like always. If I enjoy and having fun, that's the main thing for me right now. And lately, I really enjoy the racing, so it's good. Yeah, maybe another top 5, like I can do normally, would be awesome. And yeah. Maybe even more. Why not?
Sure.
It's still somewhere in the back of my mind if everything is perfect, and I think by top 5, if I can do that, I will be really happy, and I think everybody around me also.
Sure. So it just comes down to starts then. If you start inside the top 5, 6 positions, you'll be happy with that because you know you can run that pace all the races. Yeah,
that's the most of the good starts I had, like the top 5 starts. I never go really backwards. Like I stayed in the top 5 or close, so it means that physically I'm capable of running the pace, the front guy. Maybe not like 1 and 2 and 3, but I mean like really top 5 pace. I'm capable of doing, and if you can do that the day of today, you can be proud of yourself because it's a really high level, and on TV, people home, they don't really realize
see the pace.
No, and the pace is really high.
Yeah. Well, look, Jerry, man. All the best for the last 3 races. Hopefully you get through them. But even more than that, you know, there's bigger stuff than racing. Yeah. Good luck with the birth, and become a father for the first and second time all in one go.
Everybody will know when we have the baby, so I will put it on social. And
no worries.
So thanks a lot for having me, and have a good weekend.
Perfect. Thank you. That was Jeremy Van Horebeek. Up next, Justin Amian from Diga Procross Gas. We'll see him in a couple of minutes. Here's some highlights from Lommel last week. And Fox, hole shot number 4 for Tim Geiser. Kai Rowley is off the side of the track at the first corner.
Wow. Geiser leads from Tonus. Seewer now up in the third. Oh, and Geiser is down. We've got a new leader, and it's Jeremy Seewer. Mistakes from both the Yamaha riders allow Febvre to go through. Nervous look over to his right. He sees Seewer there. He'll try to cut to the inside. They're going to be bar to bar into turn 2, and Seewer goes back by. Oh, and Seewer, how did he save that? Well, he lost the lead, but he's somehow up on 2 wheels. Look how good he looks through there. He has whittled this down in no time at all. He was 4 seconds down, 5 seconds down at the start of this lap, and just carved his way past Seewer and into second place. And he cuts to the inside, and then out of nowhere, he just finds himself on the rear wheel, challenging for the lead. But he's shown where he could be quicker. And the Honda, Febvre goes defensive to the inside. There's a few more holes there. This is where he was quicker a lap ago, and he goes around the outside of the Frenchman. Geiser, your new leader. Team HRC's Tim Geiser, a 1-1 for the first time this year, gives him the overall victory for the 3rd time this season. 74 points now between Geiser and Kai Rowley at the top of the MXGP standings. Seewer up to 3rd at the expense of Jorge Prado. No change for Febvre, he remains in 5th. Tim Geiser was the best man on the day. The Team Honda rider, Team HRC. Tim Geiser, 2 race wins, 2 foxhole shots. He stands on the top step of the podium for the 3rd time this year.
Welcome back to our live studio show here, round 16 of the FIA Motocross World Championship. We're live on MXGPTV.com and, of course, on Facebook. Our final guest is in, of course, Justin Amian. He's the team manager for Diga Procross Gas Factory Juniors. Welcome to our studio show again, Justin. Before we talk your riders' selection, it's been a strange year for you, hasn't it? You started with 2 and you're finishing with 2 more. It must have been a difficult situation for you to manage, I imagine.
Yes, first of all, the plan was with the 2 German guys, Jeremy Sido and Simon Lengenfelder, to make the first experience, especially in the World Championship. But yeah, at the end, for crashes, nobody have a guarantee that they finish a championship or finish races, and it was pretty unlucky for both of them. Nice to hear that they are back on the track and they continue. Yeah, and then with the situation that we are looking for 2 fill-in riders, I think both of them did really well. So I'm pretty happy with that. We can continue this championship. We can continue especially that special year here. And for sure, it's also really important also to Gasgas to start representing them again and not stop in the middle of the season. And that's it then. Yeah.
Well, at the beginning of the season, there were some promising performances from both Simon Langenfelder and Jeremy Sido. Let's talk about Jeremy first. 8th overall in Holland, but then we didn't see him after that. How is he now?
Jeremy is now pretty good. In Holland was pretty good. The Wednesday after Valkenswaard, he had a really big problem with his heart. He has a heart rate inflammation, I think it is in English. And yeah, then we know already that the season will be difficult to continue. But we was trying our best to give him as fast as possible to get him back on the bike. But yeah, unfortunately, when he was coming back then, he twisted his foot again at the second at Faenza, yes. And yeah, then he was out again.
Sure. So
pretty hard for us, pretty hard for him, because we work a lot with him. He does everything for us. He does everything for himself. And I really believe that he make really good here. But yeah, like what I say, with the crashes, what
just unfortunate.
Yeah. Yes. Well, Simon Langenfelder, just 15 years old. He showed some promising performances, hasn't he? He took a 5th in race 2 in Valkenswaard. was all looking good before he got hurt in Faenza.
Yes, Simon is a really special kid. What nobody knows so much, we had until the first races start, we had a lot of things to change with him. Was not all his fault, for example. We would say we had to have the working was a lot with him. So, and finally when the race is coming off, then he was good again. But the problem is, it was, I think for his first learning year, it was a little bit too much everything. But I really believe in him, and he makes it really good. And when we see Falkenswart, especially the second motor, he was really good. In the first motor, he crashed. So,
They're both here.
yeah, yes. But I'm really satisfied that when he come back with a strong winter, I think he will be surprise a lot of guys.
Well, he obviously did enough to impress Gas, didn't he? Because I believe he's back on the team for next year, isn't he?
Yes, yeah, we continue with him. He had already a 2 years contract with Gas, and yeah, he is pretty young. This was his learning year. For sure, next year will be not. For sure, it will be not easier for him. But he's a really good guy. He's really strong, and I believe that he will make really good.
Well, when both riders went out not long after lockdown by Faenza, they were both done. Whose decision was it to bring in Michael Sandner and Isaac Gifting?
It was a decision. First of all, it was this decision that we want to continue the second part of the championship, and yeah, with Michael Sandner, he was already on the KTM. His plan was normally to only race the Austrian Championship, but I want to give him a chance because I know also that he have the potential to do it good in the GPs. And yeah, with Isaac, this was a little bit a different story, because he was complete privateer at the European Championship. He was third overall. He made good races, but he was on that time not like that. He was like Benestant or Guadagnini. He was always a step behind. But I think at the end it pays really off with him, and I think this nobody expect.
Sure.
Well, like you said, Isaac has just gone from strength to strength, hasn't he, really? I mean, in Lommel, in the third round, he took a second in race 2. I don't know who was happier. Was it you or was it him? Because, it wasn't expected, was it?
Yeah, I think this nobody expect. When I see especially the Swedish fans, that everybody was on fire with him, and especially when he make the first races with us, everybody was pushing for. We get so many emails or text messages like, sign him for next year, he is the right champion. Yeah, but at the end everybody support his rider as good as possible, and yeah, we was also happy. For sure, this we don't expect, but especially when we was the first time at practicing, I see already, oh, he have something special. So this you see directly on the practice. He jump on our bike, and you see directly, he has something what other guys, for example, don't have. So
and obviously, going past Tom Vial here last week in Lommel to get, and obviously past quite a few riders, well-established riders in MX2 to finish second. Obviously, again with Isaac, no surprise that Gas decided to sign him as, I guess, the main rider for the team next year. I mean, it's quite an exciting prospect to think about, isn't it? For you guys, do you think he could be a contender next year, top 3 for sure, or based on his performances and how hard he works and how much he wants it?
I'm pretty sure that he does everything what you have to do to be on the top. But I'm realistic. We ride the World Championship. You're coming from the European Championship. And for sure, always is the dream to perform good and to make something special what, for example, not so many guys did in the past. But I'm also realistic. He also himself that we say, okay, if we say, okay, next year you have to be right for the title, this is not honest. So we have to buy down by earth. We can fight for podiums, this for sure, but not for the championship. He's not ready for this.
I remember when Lisa did a pre-grid interview with him in Mantova, and one of the questions was, does it bother you that you're giving up a potential European Championship title for, taking this ride? And he said, no, I don't. For me, that says he's determined to succeed, because he said, all I want is to be in a good team in MX2. That's all I've worked for.
Yes, this at the beginning I was also really surprising, because he had options to stay in bigger teams in the European Championship, but he say, I want the best. And so long I cannot race for the best, I stay privateer.
Sure.
And look outside how many riders you have it. So there's not so many guys. Everybody, especially when you're full privateer, you want to sign with a team because this is nice. You have the structure, you have everything what you need. And he said, no, I stay privateer and I wait for my chance.
Yeah.
So and then he had the possibility to ride for us, and he was coming directly. He was testing already in Italy, and when we had the first contact, he was coming directly to Cologne to our workshop, and then he say, yeah, I race for you.
Yeah. Well, look, so far it's been very, very good and very promising, but we are at a time. Justin, thanks for joining us, and all the best. The final 3 rounds with your guys today and Wednesday, Sunday. That is it. We are at a time, but join us on Tuesday when we do it again, round 17 from here, Trentino. We are live today, 12:35 for the first open race. We've got WMX final round as well today, so join us for that if you can. Thanks for watching. See you Tuesday. Bye for now.